Alright guys, I literally just finished my overview video of this guy. In this one we're going to talk about the disassembly. This is literally where I left my table at the end of that video. We're just going to run right into field tripping the NEMO Omen. So, this, if you want to know more about any of these other guns you see, check out the full review. I'll talk about them all in there. So we're going to, again, it's clear. We're going to jump in here and get a little more close person with the NEMO Omen. So it's an AR-15 at heart. It's going to have, your basic assembly is going to be very similar. So without further ado, let's pop these pins. And get rolling. Okay, so here's your lower. Okay, your standard, buffer assembly. This is probably an AR-10 extension, I would guess. And so it should be compatible with a lot of those stocks. We've got a Geisley SSAE 2-stage trigger in here. Really nice break. Typical AR-15 style bolt catch and release. Non-ambi controls. You've just got your one mag over here. And your safety over here. And then your bolt controls there. So that's about it. But anyways, that's it for this guy. We're going to set this guy aside. Now the magic, as I explained in my other video, the magic, the claim to fame with this gun, not the claim to fame. The claim to fame is that it was the first gun to put 300 Win Mag inside of a 308. But something else that this gun achieved and patented was the use of an integrated buffer system in the rear of the carrier. Check that out. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a pin with an internal pin. There's a spring inside there, and that's just, it's the resistance of that spring. But that's pretty cool because then this is gonna, this is gonna impinge on the rear carrier, and it's just like a double, it doubles up that cushioning, So that's actually, you can see this is even giving before the buffer, at least the initial. So that's pretty cool. Good job, NEMO. That was clever. So we'll set that aside. I'll grab a little light here and just show you inside the upper. So there's all your lugs. There's your gas tube, and otherwise it's just a pretty standard receiver. Simpler because there's not the extra cuts in there for the charging handle, because this has just got the side charging nub that pops out. So I think this only goes in one way. There's a little slit there that faces up when you put it into the bolt carrier. Overall, this is quite a nice little knurled piece as well. So pretty cool. Set that aside. Let's look at the carrier now. So nickel boron. Just it's nice actually. I look at that. So this is another patented feature, but it's not patented by NEMO. This is patented by POF, Patriot Ordnance Factory. That's the guys that just to zoom out here for a second, make this rifle. Which is also quite a these guys are also big on the scene recently with their Revolution, where they basically put an AR-10 sized gun, AR, into an AR-15 size package. Pretty cool. I definitely want to get my hands on one of those. But these guys, the reason I stopped and paused to show you that is they also patented this roller bearing cam pin, which is, for the most part, you can just, the cam pins are pretty much universal. AR-15, AR-10. I think AR-15s they are too. I'd have to confirm that, but for sure AR-10s. Like, I know I ordered some extra ones of these from a company called Tier 1 Armory that brought some into Canada, and threw them in a bunch of my AR-10s, because just you have this instead of literally a little block, a square block that rides back and forth in a channel. So obviously, if it's a roller bearing, rounded surfaces that glides, that's gonna aid to having a smoother cycling action and less wear over time in your upper receiver. So the original owner of this must have just wanted to, throw another little upgrade in his system and did that. So that's cool. Very cool. But now, okay, we'll pop out the firing pin retaining spring. Okay, that just pops right out, not captured. Again, it's pretty much, for all the higher end makers now, they pretty much do, you know, captured firing pin retaining pins. Okay. I'm not sure how this works. I haven't done this before, guys. I'm just kind of going here. I'm not sure how to get the firing pin past the buffer assembly. So I apologize for that. If I figure out how to do it without, I mean, obviously you can drive out the roll pin that retains this, and then this pulls out, and then you can pull everything out. When I find out what the recommended way of pulling out your firing pin is, I will post it in the description below. So I will get you. I'm just not quite sure at this time. Otherwise, we've got a traditional gas key. It's bolted on 2 places and staked on both sides. That's good to see. There's your little slot for your charging handle. That just pops in there like so. And see, look like they could run this on either. They could run this on either side, guys. You guys thought ahead and you made it dual purpose. You just need to have a slot on the other side of the receiver. Then you can claim ambi, at least for charging handle. I was playing with the bolt carrier group a little bit more after the fact, and I figured out what to do. I'm just gonna zoom in here. So, it doesn't work when your bolt is back, like, you know, recessed into as far as it can go into the carrier. But if you pop it forward, I guess there's enough clearance there that then you can just slip the firing pin out underneath. Good job, Nemo. That was, that should have been, I should have figured that out earlier. That's kind of like the Apple products way of doing things. Oh, it should be intuitive, you know? So anyways, there you go. Firing pin spring. Your cam is now going to pop right out with no problems because it's no longer retained by the firing pin. That's your little roller cam. And your bolt. And again, this got the gas keys because it's a direct impingement system. Piston guns don't have that. Single extractor. I'm assuming they're new guns. They probably moved to a dual extractor now. Most of the 308s are moving to a dual extractor, so I'm assuming the 300s and above are going to be doing the same thing. Yeah, there we have it. And that is a 7 lug plus the one on the extractor there. Cool. Great system. And that's it, guys. Thank you a ton. I appreciate appreciate you guys checking my channel out, and that's it. That's all I have for you today. Peace out, guys. Arm&Gun out. And we are going to talk really quickly again about the POF P308 as the bonus gun. This gun is pretty sleek. I do like this very much. This isn't the current gen anymore. This is like Gen 4, but they now have the Gen 4 Edge, which again, the only difference between this and the new Gen 4 Edge is just the handguard. They went to an M-LOK system. This is more of a really skeletonized, low-profile add-a-rail system. So, otherwise, that's it. If I haven't already, I'll be doing a video series on this gun at some point. It is a beautiful shooter. Look at that fluted barrel. This is their in-house POF brake. As I mentioned earlier, I think, well, not in this video, Elcan Spectre DR 1.5 to 6. I love that optic. And God bless America. So, they're Patriot Ordnance Factory, and they show it. So, all ambi controls. I love the way this one is laid out. They've got their, well, you know what? I'm going to talk more about this. I already mentioned that. I'm going to talk more about this in another video. So, that's it. This is the bonus gun, POF P308. And that's all I have. Catch you next time. Arm&Gun out.